I'm Dr. Kenny Levine. Welcome back to Health Talk. We're seen on the web at weyw19.com, Uverse Channel 19. I'm here with Marc Decker, again, the trainer to the stars, including myself. Marc, I just want to touch on something you mentioned. The bodybuilders we see in the movies, the bodybuilders we see walking down the street, the guys that can't put their arms down to their side, have thighs as big as my waist.
Called meatheads.
Right. Is there a way for them to get like that through training and diet without supplements?
There is, but to the amount of mass that they put on, there's no way.
Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. Today, we have a tremendous increase in the size of our professional athletes. The football players, the basketball players, you have these guys that are just gigantic.
Performance enhancing drugs. You'll see like an athlete get in trouble for a performance enhancement drug. Well, that is a list created by a union of group of people saying, hey, this is what we consider legal. Whether it actually gives you a benefit or not, it doesn't. They don't care about that. They say this proves. Essentially anything a stimulant, caffeine, something like that could be considered a performance enhancement drug, but we don't even think of it like that. Steroids, though, is one that like bodybuilders are accepted in their industry. It's the only industry where steroids are actually accepted.
Okay.
And shoulder, they turn a shoulder to it.
Okay. You know, early in my career, probably before you were born, I was a team dentist. I worked in an officer with the team dentist for the Miami Dolphins. And these guys were big back in the early 70s, but they also were kind of afraid to go to the dentist. Now today, the guys are 2 to 3 times as big, and they're probably 2 to 3 times as afraid to go to the dentist. So we'll talk about that. They shouldn't be. Let's talk about something else that everybody deals with, pregnant women.
Okay.
Can they train through their pregnancy?
Yes, they can. There's certain guidelines that you do want to follow, but old thoughts of pregnancy, they used to tell you don't work out when you're pregnant, you know, we're worried about the baby. It's actually now, they actually prefer you to actually work out. And you can work out pretty much all the way up to the point. You know, there's certain signs to look for. If you obviously have any bleeding, you stop immediately with your checkups of your doctor. After, when you start getting into the 3rd trimester, then they start going, okay, well, don't elevate your heart rate up to a certain percent, and that's what it's more based on. Don't lie in a certain lay down on your back position for too long of a period of time. But for the most part, as long as you regulate your heart rate and those certain positions that you would lay down on, besides that, for the most part, they want you to work out the whole way through.
Got it. Well, that makes sense, because the more your core is strong, the more your back is strong,
that's
the better
right.
it's going to be. You know, for guys, it's real easy. All we do is place the order. We wait 9 months, 9 months for the delivery. For women, it's much more difficult. I
haven't experienced that yet, but
I'm the father of 3 and grandfather of 7, so I know.
Muzzle tough.
Exactly. It's really nice from that point of view. What's the difference between going to a personal trainer and trying to do it by yourself?
Several things. One, you're always going to work harder when someone else is pushing you.
Okay? I know that. That's
you're
true.
always going to work harder when someone's there holding you accountable for it. You know, when you're by yourself, you might think you're working hard, but you don't realize maybe you talked for a little bit longer. Maybe you rested this a little bit longer. You know, you didn't do as many reps as you could have. You didn't do as many sets as you could have. Besides that, it also kind of helps keep you motivated and gives you accountability. So when you set, especially you set an appointment for me, okay, well now you need that appointment. You know it's in your schedule, in your calendar. You're going to go to that. Most people, if they don't have that set to go in, they're like, oh, I'll just get to it next week, or I'll just do it the next week. And before you know it, they're not getting to it. They're always stuck on that. And my whole thing, what I try to tell people when I promote fitness or anything health, is it's a lifestyle change. That's essentially what it is. And until you want to do it, or until you change your lifestyle and actually want to be in it, it's never going to work.
You know, it's funny because I grew up not exercising, and I now look forward to the time I get to be with you. And if for some reason I have to cancel, I feel badly. First of all, I disappoint you, I disappoint me, and I really enjoy the interaction, especially the stretching at the end. That's really good. Do you ever see people, now this is a small private gym you're in training, do you ever see people in a gym by themselves and they could hurt themselves?
Oh, yes. I see people all the time that could be doing something wrong. I will only usually say something or go up to someone if it's something that could possibly hurt themselves. If the load, when I say the load, the weight is say over their spine or something that they're doing like that, then I will go over to help. But for the most part, if they're doing something a little bit wrong, then 9 out of 10 times nothing's going to happen to them. I try not to butt into people's business. So.
Okay, good. We're going to come back in a moment. It's Dr. Kenny Levine with Health Talk. We'll see you in just a moment. Thank you.